The Mandalorian Season 3. Oh, I'm sorry, dear sirs and madams. I am, pardon myself, I am referencing the wrong show. I am meant to say the book of Boba Fett, Episode 5, titled Chapter 5, The Return of the Mandalorian. Okay, I'm going to stop doing the voice. But anyway, this episode is the first episode of the show that I really did like. And it took Mandalorian, the character of whose show this show is a spin-off of, to show up. To have me be invested. To have me giving a damn of what's happening. In this, like, sure, there's certain things, because it is it's a 51-minute episode. There's certain things in it that I felt, you could cut that out, kind of shorten that bit out. Which I will talk a little bit later, but there was none that I felt, oh, come on, why are we lingering on this? Why, can we stop with the tubes? Like, why are we always with Dance of the Wolves? Let's focus on the main story about this whole assassin thing. Let's just focus on that. Why? Why are we not focusing on shit that is moving the plot forward? Why are we pausing, as I've been saying, in the last 4 episodes? We have character aggression in this episode. It took character aggression. It took episode 5 to have a little bit of character aggression. And it's on the character, once again, from the show that this show is a spin-off of, to have some character aggression. Where you have, how is Mando handling this? How is he handing Grogu to Luke Skywalker so he could be trained as a Jedi, and hopefully he is not gutted down by the Knights of Ren, but hopefully, cross fingers. But how he's handling it? And you find out, just by a little bit of information, just how he's behaving, that, you know, in season 1 of The Mandalorian, Mando was all about the creed. Like, I have a creed, I need to follow that creed, I need to follow it to the core. But then he met the child. He met Grogu. He met Baby Yoda. And then he kind of created a bond. He's kind of like, I like the creed, but I feel more bond with this child. I care about this kid more. And this relationship more with this kid, that me taking off the helmet is not a big deal anymore. There's a point where, and even he has a sense of identity crisis, because one of the Mandalorians said, asked the question, have you taken off your helmet? And, he's stepped back from it. He's shaken by it, like he knows probably what the answer is going to be if he said yes. But it's because it's sensitive to his identity. It's kind of like your heart is in 2 different places, and right now you can't be with one. And to the point he's not as sharp as he has been in the past. He hasn't been, smart or quick. He's easily getting damage. He's not well in the fights, and he wins, but he's not as like a well cut. He's not as good as he used to be, kind of thing. Just because it's essentially it's not the same without Grogu, kind of thing. And because of it, you have so much character aggression, and plus it does feel a little bit of a, season 3. We kind of wanted to start with this, and Book of Boba Fett's kind of like, we'll be like, if you want to know, like, how does, we're going to give Mando a new ship. Well, this is how he gets his new ship. Which, I will say this. As I said, there's a couple of scenes that I'm like, you could cut that out, and that seems a little bit long. The getting Mando's ship is a bit too long. I just found it just dragged and tagging on, and I felt like you could easily shorten that up a little bit. I mean, it is kind of funny that the woman from Tatooine that we keep meeting in the Mandalorian later shows dated a Jawa. And of course, naturally, my head was like, So how to, the quote Johnny Storm in the first Fantastic Four movie, how do you, no, the second Fantastic Four movie, that's what my brain went to. It's like, what does he look like? What does he look like behind the hood? Like, how is that? Are you just looking at yellow eyes while you're, jarring the Java? I don't know. Jarring the Java. Those are the questions I had. I just felt, and it was cool to have like a Star Wars for all weapons, which is a video game with, say, BB, BB1. That was kind of cool in there, because I was like, oh, I recognize that. But I found it was a little bit long. I felt it would be better if it was just a little bit of a montage, and then like, here's your new ship. And also the scene where he bumps into two pilots. I'm like, once again, cut. That scene I felt was unnecessary. Kind of dragged the episode a little bit for me. And also when we get all the Mandalorian jargon, which I understand why, is that even though Mandalorian's like a big pop culture phenomenon, not everyone has seen it, and some people might check Book of Boba Fett before checking Mandalorian, and you may want to give a little bit of a recap about this guy, in case you haven't seen like 12, you haven't seen 16 episodes, but it just felt a little bit dragged, a little too long, but the rest of it is really good. It's really, really good with the character. And I was glued to the screen. I was invested with what was going on. The production quality. Anybody noticed that the last 4 episodes felt a little bit drop of the production quality? And then episode 5 comes along. And it feels like, okay, yeah, it's Mandalorian. We have the expectation of what a Star Wars show is meant to look like. Clearly, maybe COVID or like this budget, knowing probably the type of story, they didn't kind of need the same budget as Mandalorian has. So yeah, it's just amazing. It just took 5 episodes and it took him. Hopefully, by next week, because we only got 2 episodes left, that it doesn't take. I hope Boba Fett can hold his own in the next 2 episodes, hopefully, because that's kind of saying a lot if like all it took is Mando and him missing Baby Yoda. If all that took is that's saying a lot. And it's just really. It's a really good episode. It's solid, not great, but it's a pretty well episode that I'm not saying over. It's a really good episode.